What's going on, guys? Welcome back to WWE Network and Show, where I, Graham G. Matthews, break down all the original content I watch on the WWE Network and on Peacock. And today we're talking the February 6, 2023 edition of Raw Talk. Matt Camp, Jackie Redmond in the studio, breaking down what I thought was a very good episode of Raw for Monday. The Lita return to the end, the Brock Bobby segment, that awesome Cody Paul Heyman segment in the top of the third hour was fantastic. The opening segment with Edge, Beth, Judgment Day, also very good stuff. More Elimination Chamber qualifiers. I thought it was a really good show overall. To start off the show here, they hype up the Elimination Chamber matches that are now official, the men's and the women's. All 6 competitors have been confirmed. They also hype up the mixed tag team match, Edge and Beth Phoenix versus the Judgment Day's Rhea Ripley and Finn Balor, now official for Elimination Chamber. They recap Damian Priest's win over Angelo Dawkins, Montez Ford's win over Elias, both men earning their way into the Elimination Chamber match for the United States Championship next weekend. Backstage, Byron Saxton catches up with Judgment Day, or what we have on the show of Judgment Day. No Rhea Ripley, as we found out on Raw. She's busy in Australia right now, hyping up WrestleMania, doing promotional appearances and stuff. So it was only Balor, Damian, and Dominic here. Balor says, listen, I'll continue to beat down Edge every time he comes back. Dominic says that he was FaceTiming Rhea earlier in the show, and Mommy, as he said, told him that she will continue to beat down Beth Phoenix every time she comes back. Priest says with his win on Monday, he reminded everyone who he is, and he will rule at Elimination Chamber as United States Champion. Back in the studio, Jackie and Matt preview the men's Elimination Chamber matchup that will consist of Austin Theory, Montez Ford, Damian Priest, Johnny Gargano, Seth Rollins, and Bronson Reed. Sounds like an awesome match on paper for the United States Championship. They also preview the aforementioned mixed tag team match, Edge and Beth versus Balor and Ripley at Elimination Chamber. They recap the women's Fatal 4-Way qualifier matchup won by Carmella, pinning Candice to earn her way into the women's Elimination Chamber matchup to crown a new number 1 contender to the Raw Women's Championship. They also recapped Asuka's straightforward win over Chelsea Green. Chelsea Green speaks with Kathy Kelly backstage here on the show. She says, basically, no shit, I wasn't prepared, Kathy. I'm emotionally injured right now. My fans came to see me, and there will be consequences. So Chelsea's still doing the Karen gimmick that was rumored prior to her return to the Royal Rumble, and I was skeptical at first, and I'm thinking that sounds dumb, and I've never been the biggest Chelsea Green fan. I think she's good, but she's not like an exceptional talent in the ring or whatever. But honestly, so far, she's only been back a week and a half. I think this is a good role for her to have. She doesn't have to be the ultimate jobber in that division. She can't do that forever. She's going to have to get some credibility at some point. But the character she's currently doing, I think, has legs to it. And I think she's playing that role really, really well. I honestly prefer this over the hot mess shit that she was doing in Impact years ago. I was never a big fan of the crazy shit because she can't really have matches with that character. I don't think so. Honestly, what she's doing right now, I'm a fan of. So we'll see if she can keep it going. They preview the Women's Elimination Chamber matchup consisting of Asuka, Carmella, I was going to say Piper Niven, but it's Asuka, Carmella, Liv Morgan, Raquel Rodriguez, Natalya, all of whom were on Raw. And who was the other person? Oh, Nikki Cross. And we're getting a 6-woman tag team match next week on Raw. Raw versus SmackDown. It's Liv, Raquel, and Natalya versus Carmella, Asuka, and Nikki Cross next week on the show, so looking forward to that. They then replay the Cody Rhodes, Paul Heyman segment from Raw, which, as I said earlier, was a phenomenal segment, just stellar stuff all around. They preview Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes for WrestleMania for the undisputed WWE Universal Championship. Matt Camp questions if Paul Heyman made a mistake and now making it personal with Cody. It's going to give him that much more fire, determination, and motivation to walk out a WrestleMania champion and take it to Roman Reigns. They also hype up, can't forget about this, Roman Reigns and Sami Zayn for the championship as well before WrestleMania at Elimination Chamber next weekend. Matt Camp once again emphasizes Sami will have the greatest home field advantage in Montreal come Elimination Chamber. They recap the Cedric Alexander and Shelton Benjamin win in tag team action over Alpha Academy. Byron Saxton catches up with Alexander and Benjamin backstage. And they're in good spirits. Benjamin says, after being questioned by Byron, if there's any affiliation between themselves and MVP at this point, because he was out there with them, Benjamin says, you have brothers, Byron, because brothers fight, and sometimes you got to step away from your brothers to really appreciate your brother. And Alexander says, listen, we're just 3 old friends getting back on the same page. And when Byron asks the question again, Cedric says, no, there's no affiliation, no official affiliation. We're just all good friends. So clearly leading to a reunion of the Hurt Business. I like how they're taking their time with it. Hopefully not too long, but what we've gotten so far has been good. I think we get it at Elimination Chamber with Bobby maybe getting some help from Hurt Business to beat Brock Lesnar on that show. They then, speaking of which, replay the Brock and Bobby segment. Now that match will be made official next week on Raw via a contract signing with Brock and Bobby. They also recap the Becky Lynch win and main event steel cage match win over Bayley via some help from Lita, who made a return on Raw this week. And that was pretty much it. They plug Xavier Woods, Big E, Tyler Breeze, Dakota Kai, and Bayley for the bump on Wednesday, so pretty stacked show there. And that was it. So I actually really liked Raw, as I mentioned earlier, for Monday. I thought they did a good job here on Raw Talk of recapping everything that happened, setting the stage for next week, hyping up WrestleMania and Elimination Chamber and everything else that's to come in the weeks and the months to come. So looking forward to that. With all that being said, guys, thank you so much for checking out my review. I appreciate it. Be sure to like the video, drop a comment, share the video, and subscribe to the channel for more daily content. I'm Graham G. Matthews. Have an awesome one, and I'll catch your ass down the road.